edition of Maker Monday, and we have a really super fun special guest today. We have Paulette Fryar with us. She is not only the 2020, but the 2020 and 2021 Armed Forces Insurance Military Spouse of the Year. She is a Coast Guard spouse. She is the first Coast Guard spouse to have ever won that title, so congratulations to you. She is an awesome person, and she's going to come on today with a really cool craft for us. I would love for you all to say in the comments below, let us know where you're watching from. Give us some hearts and thumbs up so we know that you're here. And if you've got any questions along the way, you can ask Paulette. So I am going to bring her up. No longer waiting. She is going to come up. Hey, Selena, thanks for watching. Hello,
Paulette. Thanks for having me, Maria.
Thanks for joining us today. We're super excited to learn your craft, but most importantly, learn a little bit more about you. So if you would not mind, could you share a little bit with us about your journey? We know that you're a Coast Guard spouse, so share a little bit more about you.
So I am a Coast Guard spouse, and we are the smallest branch. So we sometimes have challenges with connecting and kind of identifying with our community. So I've always just been really passionate about trying to support and connect Coast Guard spouses. It takes a little extra work, and that's okay, but that's just my passion, and it fits great in with the military spouse community and connecting all of us. I love that. I love connecting with young military moms, and I'm a mentor mom in the MOPS International program, which is, we have a military division, so it fits perfect. So I work with young spouses of all branches, really. With that, we are currently at Scott Air Force Base, and so I am working as a mentor mom here. Most of it is virtual right now. That's okay. And as well as working to connect our Coast Guard spouses, because we don't live on base the same way a lot of the branches do. We are a little more spread out. So lately, I have been doing virtual connection sessions for us in the St. Louis area here. And I actually, the most recent one we just did last month was a paper crafting project like this. And we kind of all went on Zoom and made our projects together. So I'm excited to show you a simple, fun project today.
I love that. I just want to let you know that we have Patricia who's watching from California. Selena's here at Fort Hood, Texas, where we are. So thank you guys. And again, if you're just tuning in right now, please let us know where you are. Say hello. Again, keep OPSEC in mind. You don't have to give me like your address. Just say hello, because that's what we want. We want to be able to connect with you. Now, Paulette, I do have a question, because you said you're a mentor, like a mentor spouse, a mentor mom. What do you think is one of the biggest challenges that young, like I remember coming in the military, like deer in the headlights, like, what is this? What do you hear from them?
So the biggest reason I'm involved in this program and that I am so passionate about it is these young mamas, and they have young children. So the program is for anyone with young children, but within the military community, that tends to be young moms as well. You know, we are stationed far from our homes, far from our natural networks, far from our aunties and mamas. And when you have little ones, you don't have that mom to call when something happens in the middle of the night and you have to run to the ER and your husband's deployed, or you're having a baby on your own, or you're having problems nursing and you just have questions, or whatever that may be, parenting questions. I like to provide a place for them to have someone to ask, just have that support. You know, I've been there, I've done it. I can encourage them. A lot of times, the biggest thing I do is a pat on the back and say, you are a great mom, you're doing a good job, and you got this. And so I just feel it's very important to provide that shoulder to shoulder, face to face with these moms with young kids, because they don't have their natural support systems that a lot of our civilian counterparts have. So that is definitely my favorite part. There's been times when someone has a grandparent die and they can't afford to go home for a service. I can at least go to their house and hug them and hold their kids while they cry on my shoulder, or just those things that you need someone there for you when you don't have your natural network that you might have. And I have built some of the most amazing relationships with these gals. It's been awesome. And
I love that.
Love it.
Thank you. I want to also just let you know, we've got folks coming in from Virginia, Fort Leavenworth, Fort Irwin, California, Kansas, Randolph Air Force Base in Texas. We've got a lot of folks watching, so I'm super excited about that. So I want you to tell us about this craft that you're going to be doing today.
Sure. Well, first of all, I'm really big on, I love having something I can hand make easily. I'm kind of an instant gratification person, so needlepoint and quilting is not really my gig because I want to be able to complete a project in one sitting.
Yeah,
this
right.
If you like that. And the other thing is I like to have an easy gift to give that is inexpensive, easy to do, but really personalized and fun. And so this is something that I found over the years. I've used it for hostess gifts. I've used it for teacher appreciation is coming up in a few weeks. This is a great teacher gift. I've used it for a bridal shower or baby shower to personalize something to give them to use with maybe a baby name on it or their new last name, their new initials. And it's just really fun. So I looked up just to make sure I could give you an idea. We're going to be covering notepads. These are just simple notepads that you get in an office supply store. You get them for less than $1 each. Very inexpensive. And
I could buy some on Amazon in bulk and have them.
Yeah, totally. You could do whatever you want with that. These are the 5x8 ones. They're my favorite because I can maybe make note cards to go with them and it makes a nice little package. And then basically I'm just going to be using cardstock and decorative scrapbooking paper, which cardstock, 35 cents a sheet, decorative paper, maybe 75, 80 cents a sheet. So, and then I'm also going to be using some ribbon and altogether less than $3 for this.
I love it.
The first one I'm going to do, I'm going to make one and I'm going to show you a few other ways to do it. But the first one I'm going to do, the only thing I'm using is as decorative paper and paper punches. A lot of you might have some of these for crafting projects or things you do with your kids anyway. So I just want to show you something simple you can do with that. Now, there's no special measurement. All you have to remember is whatever size notepad you want to cover, you just make sure that you're 1/4 of an inch wider and 1/4 of an inch longer. And that's the only thing you have to measure, is just so that it covers it. So I am using, if any of you have like a paper cutter, this type of thing, I do love to use these. A lot of you probably have something like this around your house. All I'm going to do is cut it 1/4 of an inch. This is just a 12x12 sheet and I cut it 1/4 of an inch wider than my 8x5 pad. So it's 5 1/4 inches wide. And then the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use my cutter. I'm going to put the paper in it. And with my measurements, I'm going to measure the face of it, which is 8 inches. And I'm going to add that 1/4. And then I'm just going to use a tool to score. So I'm going to measure at my 8 inches. I'm going to use, this is just a bone folder. You can use anything and I'm going to score it. And then I'm going to go again, remember 1/4 of an inch, 1/4 of an inch longer. I'm going to score it again. Okay. And that is going to be what's going to fold over my notepad. Super simple. The only other thing I'm going to do is from that initial score I do, I'm going to go down 1 inch so that it covers the, you know, the label part up here.
Right.
So that way there's a score so you can fold it, and I'll show you when we're done. That'll make sense. So all I've done is 3 simple scoring lines on my cardstock. Okay.
Yep, I see that.
Okay. So now I'm just going to fold at those lines so that it's ready to go.
All right, guys, if you've got any questions for Paulette, be sure to put them in the comments. I've been making some notes. So when you said it's a personalized notepads, 5x8, all for less than $3, I'm putting all the information on what they need and what you're using.
Okay. So you can use any adhesive. I use the type on a runner. I just think it's easy to use. But any type of adhesive or double stick tape. And I'm going to put that just on what's going to be the back of it and the parts that I scored. I'm just going to add that really quick.
Oh, that was easy.
Very easy. I love these runner things. You can get them at any craft store. And then I'm just going to lay this on top into the scored lines. Okay.
Nice.
So I'm just laying it down, and then the adhesive's on the back. And because I scored that 1/4 inch for the top of my notepad, it just wraps around. Now I've got
pretty
a little cover, my little striped paper there. So next, what I'm going to do is just grab some plain cardstock. This is just kind of a tan craft color. And I'm going to layer it on the front. Let me show you this really quick too. Remember that inch that we scored and folded? That makes so that when the person opens it and uses it, you don't see that label at the top. You just have your nice little clean look there.
Nice.
So I'm going to just add this cardstock to the front. And again, I just kind of remember 1/4 inch on the width on the sides and 1/4 of an inch from that top scoring line. So I love that you can just kind of remember 1/4 inch.
1/4 inch is easy.
Really easy.
Yeah, I like that.
So this, I just layered it on the top. And now I grabbed some stuff. I found I had in my stuff a little doily, just a little paper doily.
Well, you know, we got all that crafting stuff floating around.
I mean, a lot of us do. So you can just get creative and just be really simple. Just can use that adhesive, add the doily.
Cute. And I like that you kind of did it off center.
Off center. Always be off center and use odd numbers, because then your eye is going to be aesthetically pleasing. Your eye is not going to try to match everything up. It's not going to look off. So that is that's a little tip for you.
Little pro tip right there.
What's that?
That's a little pro tip right there.
Pro tip. So then I'm just going to use some paper punches. I've got some flower punches. Sorry, I'm backwards, trying to figure out which direction to go. I'm not used to doing this on camera. So I did some punches of some different papers, and then I just layered them together to make a little decorative
cute
to put on top.
You can see that.
So I grabbed a piece of the same color as my cover. And with flowers, I always take my fingernail and go like this to the petals, because it just kind of gives them a 3D. It makes them puff up a little.
Right, makes them puff so they're not flat.
Yeah. And so I'm going to just start with that. And then I grabbed just some other pattern paper that was similar colors and designs, punch some other flowers out. I'm going to alternate them on top. And then when I'm done, I did a little circle, and I added a little pearl, which a lot of the crafts you can get these pearls at a craft store for like in the dollar aisle, maybe at Target. They've got sticky on the back, little pearls, really fun. So then I'm just going to add these to my cover. And again, I'm going to do an odd number.
You're going to do 3. Okay, she froze for a sec. There, she's back. I am hoping. All right, we lost you, Paulette. So we're going to have you come back when you can. I am going to drop that there. Okay, so I am listening to the comments that you guys are making. Julie says Brianna is going to make this for her Teacher Appreciation Week. I think that's wonderful. Thank you, Julie. Tell Brianna we said that we can't wait to see them. So please tag us, and also tag Paulette so that she can see what you make. Cecilia, what are you saying there? I love anything arts and crafts. This to me is probably the cutest thing that that you could make in an inexpensive way. Like she said, it's perfect for a teacher appreciation gift. It's also perfect for welcome to the neighborhood kind of gift. It's great for your FRG meetings. And if you buy these in bulk, you could get them and do this for even less than $3. So I have Paulette messaging me. Yes, please come back, Paulette. All right, I just messaged her. Just live, you know, live stuff happens. But I will bring her into this way so you can see her. Paulette has been teaching us how to make a covered notepad personalized. I think it is really easy. I love inexpensive crafts because ain't nobody got time for that, to be spending a crazy amount of money. But I think that's really great. Cecilia, what did you say? That you love everything? And come back and watch the replay for anything that you want to learn about this. But again, it's simple, it's easy, it's a notepad and it's paper and some double-sided tape. And I think that it really makes clever. I love the tip that she gave about kind of using your nail on the paper, and that sort of folds those ends up or pushes them up to give it a 3D effect. I really do like that a lot. So hopefully we'll get Paulette coming back with us. There she is. It's technology. You know how that rolls. You know, things. There you are. You're back. Okay.
I'm not sure exactly what I was saying, other than I'm going to add a couple of these to my notepad
Oh, cute.
And I just realized that I did not grab my ribbon over here. So
We'll use another ribbon.
yeah, I'm just gonna show you the ribbon on the other ones and how I do it. So just some paper punches and everything. I've got a really cute notepad here, and then I would tie some ribbon to the top. And let me show you the way I did some other ones. So maybe you don't have punches, but maybe you like to use your Cricut and cut vinyls out. This is just some black vinyl on some white cardstock. And with this notepad, I just took some toile paper and some striped ribbon. And I'm going to tie that black in because black was the vinyl I had. And it was just a little scrap. So this is a great way to use your scraps. And then I'm just going to use my adhesive to add to this one.
Oh, pretty.
That. And I love the contrast of the toile and the stripes and the black and the light colors. Really fun. Super simple. This is literally cut with your Cricut, tie some ribbon. Really, really cute.
Yes, I do that.
I did this one just with some scrapbooking paper, and I just cut it out and layered it. So I did use a little punches for the little message, but it's got some vellum. It was some decorative vellum that I thought was cute. I cut it out.
That's beautiful.
Sorry, I keep doing this wrong. I'm trying to.
No, we got you. It's so simple, but it's so pretty. It really is pretty. And we have a military kid, Brianna, who said she's going to be making these for her teachers for teacher appreciation.
Yay! It's a asked her teacher gift.
And I asked her to tag us, take photos.
Yes. And then this next one I made, this was just with inks and stamps. So if you have ink pads and stamps, this was just plain cardstock. And if you have just one ink pad, this is white cardstock. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you, you stamp it a few times and then you get a light and a dark. Okay.
Yes.
So different colors of brown with just one ink pad. So that's kind of what I did with this one. And I made it really light for the background. Yeah. And then I did the dark for the butterflies. And this was fun with some alphabet stamps. If you have them for your teacher, you could do their monogram for them. And the burlap ribbon was just really cheap at the craft store. And I think this makes a really cute one too. And let's see.
And you can pick up all these items at the Dollar Tree and save a whole lot of money.
Totally. And then the last thing, if you do like doing kind of watercoloring or coloring in, this is just a stamp with a black ink pad.
Yeah.
A sample here. And just did a little outline, okay? And then you can use watercolor pencils or markers or whatever to just kind of watercolor look with them. And another little pro tip, if you're doing that, is when you're coloring it in, don't go straight on the lines and don't color it all the way in, because that will make it more aesthetically pleasing and look like watercolor. So
I like that.
Fun little tip. So this is the one that I made using some scrapbook paper and the watercolor look. And super cute. So this one I'm actually going to do as a little prize today. So someone who's commenting and asking questions, Maria's going to draw a name, and we will find out what initials you want on. I'll do a little monogram or a little message on this white part of the notepad there, and I will send it to you.
All right. So I'm trying not to look, and someone who has commented right here, Ashley Eller. Ashley, you are the winner. So please send us a private message with your address so we can get this off to you. I'm just writing her name. Who's the winner? So send us a private message and then we will be able to get that to you. I got to tell you, Paulette, that is the super cutest gift. And it's easy. Like you said, it's easy, it's fast. You'll get it done in one shot. And it's a great gift to give someone. I really think that that's awesome. And you can make them larger if you wanted a bigger one. But I think that's the perfect size.
You can do any sizes. You can do Post-it note covers that way. You could do a bigger notepad. You could do whatever you want. And here's another pro tip. If you're at your office supply store and buy these bulk packages, it's like $1. At least the last time I did it was like $1 to have them do one cut to your whole package, just one cut through, and you can make little like grocery list narrow ones too.
Oh,
So you
I like that.
make a little set and have it as a nice gift. I just love them. I'm still a little old school, I guess. I love paper crafting and I love the handmade items, but it's just an awesome idea that does not break the bank at all, and people are always impressed.
I love that. And I really think that we need to do more things like this. We kind of forget, we get into the whole technology world and we forget writing thank you notes and, making cards. And I think that's so beautiful because you take the time to do it. So.
Yes. And especially I'm going to do a shout out to my young military mamas out there that may be home a little bit more, even without the pandemic. It's something you can easily do in a short amount of time and still feel like you've accomplished a project.
Yes, I love that. I love that. We're going to encourage everyone to go follow Paulette, both on Facebook and on Instagram. You always get some great resources, some motivation, wonderful things from you. So thank you so much for doing that. I will put the links all in here so that everyone can find you easily. And I just want to say thank you. Thanks for coming out today and sharing your gifts with us.
Absolutely. It was a lot of fun. I loved it. Thank you for inviting me.
Awesome. And Ashley says, yay, she won.
Congrats. Congratulations.
All right. So guys, thanks so much. If you're watching the replay, we are glad that you are here. You're going to learn a little something. Again, I encourage you to follow Paulette.
Yes.
She's pretty awesome.
Thank
All
you.
right, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next Monday. Bye.